Rediscovering the deep self. Welcome back. Wherever you are, walking, resting, or simply needing a quiet moment, I'm glad you're here. This space is for you. In our last episode, we talked about the crisis of self-esteem, how so many of us are exhausted trying to feel enough. We explored how our sense of worth is often built on performance, approval, and image. Today, we're going to turn inward because there's a deeper part of you that doesn't need to be impressive or perfect, a part that doesn't perform, it simply is. We're talking about the deep self. This episode is about remembering, not learning something new, but uncovering something ancient and quiet within you, something that may have been covered up by years of pressure, fear, and self-doubt. So let's begin with a breath. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable and just breathe. Notice what it feels like to exist without doing anything. No need to prove, no need to improve. Just for a moment, be. There's a reason the deep self feels far away for many of us. From a young age, we were trained to look outward, to please, to achieve, to fit in. We built identities around expectations, and that's not a flaw. It's what humans do to survive. But over time, we start to confuse those roles with who we are. We forget that beneath the masks, there's someone still alive and whole. Let's talk about how we lose connection with that deeper part, and more importantly, how we can find our way back. The disconnection begins early as children. We're incredibly open, sensitive, honest. We cry when we're hurt. We light up when we're seen. We don't yet filter ourselves for others, but very quickly we learn that not everything about us is acceptable. Maybe we were told not to cry. Maybe our curiosity was met with silence or shame. Maybe we learned that being good meant being quiet, obedient, and successful. So we adapted. We became who we needed to be in order to be loved. But here's the cost. We started hiding the parts that didn't feel safe. And the more we hid, the more we lost contact with the deep self. We became performers in our own lives. What is the deep self? The deep self is not a role. It's not your personality. It's not your job, your past, or your reputation. It's the stillness underneath all of that. It's the part of you that watches, feels, senses. It's the you that existed before you had to earn love. The deep self doesn't shout. It whispers. It doesn't demand. It invites. And it's never gone. It's simply waiting. You might catch a glimpse of it in quiet moments. When you're watching the ocean, when you're holding someone you love, when you're alone and not performing. There's no anxiety in the deep self, no urgency, no proving, just presence, just truth. How do we reconnect with the deep self? Let's talk about 3 gentle ways to begin the journey back. 1. Silence and stillness. In a noisy world, silence feels strange, even uncomfortable. But stillness is where the deep self lives. You don't have to meditate for an hour. Just sit, breathe. Turn off the noise for 5 minutes a day. Listen, not for something specific, but for anything real that arises from within. Stillness creates space, and space is where truth returns. 2. Honest emotion. The deep self doesn't hide how it feels. Many of us were taught to suppress sadness, anger, or even joy. But the deep self is emotional in the best way. It feels fully and truthfully. If you feel tired, admit it. If you're afraid, name it. If something delights you, let yourself glow. The more honestly you feel, the more your inner self becomes visible again. 3. Gentle curiosity instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" Try asking, "What's true for me right now?" Curiosity opens doors. When you notice yourself people-pleasing, pause. Ask, is this really me, or a part of me that learned to perform? When you feel anxious, ask, what am I trying to protect? What am I afraid of losing? Don't rush to fix it. Just listen. The deep self reveals itself in the questions we're willing to hold. Why this matters: you can live your whole life trying to become someone, or you can start remembering who you already are. You are not a project to fix. You are not a performance to perfect. You are a presence to return to. And when you begin to live from that deeper place, everything changes. You speak more gently. You love more fully. You rest more deeply. Because you no longer need to prove your existence. You are rooted. A final practice. Let's end today with a simple return to the self. Place your hands in your lap or on your chest. Close your eyes, if that feels safe, and say softly, within yourself, I am here, I am whole. Even in my silence, I am enough. Let that truth settle. You don't need to feel it perfectly. Just be open to it. In our next episode, we'll explore the masks we wear, the false selves we've built to survive, and how to gently let them go. Until then, be kind to the parts of you that feel unseen. And remember, the most beautiful parts of you are already alive, already waiting, already home. Take care.